Yummy, it's off. Well, look what the cat dragged in. It's you. You have come back for some more content, Turo rental cars, and not only that, you're here for some brief history of whatever car you're looking to buy. And today, team, we are talking about a Mercedes product that is recent to the market. Only in the past couple of years has this car been available. This vehicle is not pretty in any sort of way. It is not aggressive like the AMG GT. It is not a elegant SLS 550. It is certainly not an icon like the SL 550. I am talking about the amazing Mercedes GLB 250 today. And this might be the best possible entry-level Mercedes you can buy today. You're probably thinking, because you watch my videos here at the WM Rentals channel, luxury, Mercedes, SUV equals money-making machine. Yeah, babe. That's true. It is going to be a money maker, but how much money are we going to make today? As a brief history of the GLB was introduced by Mercedes because the GLA is one of the ugliest things ever produced. Ever. It's so hideous. The new GLA is awful, so they were like, let's put a GLB out there with a third row. This is going to make more sense. And is a direct competitor to the BMW X1 and Q3, which are fine. I actually like all three of these SUVs. X1 is great. The Q3 is great, especially 2020 plus. But the GLB does something a little different than both of those cars. One, it has the incredible MBUX, the new redesigned and refreshed infotainment system from Mercedes. Now, some people are going to hate this because it's just one big screen. I love it, especially for just day to day. It makes sense, team. It just makes sense. You can scroll through Apple CarPlay as much as you want. You can do yada, 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 and just be dripped out in luxury. It's got ambient lighting, it's got this, it's got that, it's perfection. And you're telling me you can get into one of these for $28,000 in the used market? Did you think I was done about the good things about the GLB? I'm not. This car is truly remarkable. Compared to the Q3, which is very small and has almost no cargo room, same problem with the X1, very small, no cargo room. The GLB has a third row option. Third row in that little car? Incredible. Amazing even. I think it's like one of the modern marvels of the automotive industry that Mercedes even made this car. Typically, we just want to focus on these two-row coupe, like whatever, sedans, SUVs. You got the Cayenne coupe, you got the Q5 coupe, you got all these coupes. The Mercedes said enough. Give me the GLB. A small, affordable, depending upon who you are, SUV. That's little. It's easy to get in and out of. I got a little excited. I'm sorry. Okay, now we're going to get into our finding the car, profit calculation, and do I like this car? I think you know where I'm going with it. Trim really matters on these cars. A lot. There's ones you can buy like this one. Full. Yeah, you can buy a real basic GLB, and it might be one of the most hideous things I've ever seen. What are those wheels? What are they? White? Doesn't look good. It's all awful. And that interior on this car, it might be one of the most hideous things I've ever seen. What are those wheels? What are they? White? Doesn't look good. It's all awful. And that interior on this car, who gets khaki? I mean, tan, fine. Red, my favorite. Khaki? God. I mean, this car is really cheap. I think it's like 20, 30 grand. But golly, is it awful. This is closer to what we are looking for. Now, this is not like a car I would actually pick to buy for my Turo fleet. It's too new. It has miles on it already, and it's just going to depreciate a ton. That's something you should keep in mind. This car's way too expensive. I would still, though, really like to look at this car, because look at this trim. You have this beautiful color. It's very like C63 dark gray, aggressive, with the AMG wheels. It's not an AMG car. And then on top of that, you have this beautiful interior. The interior really gives you this luxurious feeling, even though you're in a, $30-ish thousand car. Now, yes, the sticker on this car is $55K. Let me give you a hint. We're not going to pay that. What we're going to do is wait a little bit to find the right one on the market, whether that's a year from now, you pick this one up with 20,000 extra miles for 38 grand. Awesome. Or we just find a totally different one. But this is the trim we're really looking to do. And I'm going to do the profit calculation based off of $38,000 to $39,000, because that's kind of where you're going to find one of these eventually. Alrighty, profit calculation. Now, I'm just going to chuck this up, $42K. Let's say you find one for $42,000, team. The monthly Finance on a car like that's gonna be about $790 a month. Insurance costs around $150 a month. Maintenance expense of about $200 a month, just given yearly averages. This brings our total monthly expenses to $1,140. For the revenue calculation, we're gonna do 115 times 20 times 0.8 minus net expenses. That gives us about $700 in profit per month. Bad! It's not bad. Look, $700 a month in profit. What could go wrong with that? The only thing I worry about with these GLBs is depreciation. They seem to kind of just sit at around 30K, but I've not really seen one that's like just in the dirt, like dirt cheap. Like I've seen Macans in the low 20s, which is like as low as they go. I don't think we've seen the bottom, like the true bottom of the market for these cars yet, and that's what worries me. You know, you might lose, 10, 15K on these cars. As always, though, you are writing up depreciation as tax deductible thing. Does this car get my stamp of approval? I would say so. For the most part, it's like a 78 out of 100 for me. I think it's a good hit. It's a good vehicle. I just don't know if you're really going to get the crowd celebrating a birthday or something like that. I just don't think so. Maybe. I don't know anyone else with a GLB in my Turo communities that I'm in. I don't know anyone else. So that's my main issue. The last thing I will say is it will do well at airports. It's huge. It'll carry tons of luggage. It just will. But team, I'm going to give it a 78. It's a maybe from me. I appreciate your time as always, and you have a delightful rest of your day.